Hello, gearheads. In every era, there comes a day when the world stands still, a moment when time itself seems to falter, as if in disbelief. October 9, 2024, that moment arrived. The air was heavy, as though the world was mourning the loss of a giant. For on this day we lost Ratan Tata, a man who carried the weight of a nation, a man whose legacy shaped the very soul of India, and whose spirit transcended borders. At 86 years, his journey in this realm ended, but his impact, his influence, his name, they remain eternal. A name that will echo in the hearts of billions, not for what he acquired, but for what he gave. A man of towering stature, not in wealth, but in character. A titan whose every decision wasn't just a corporate move. It was a lesson in ethics, a masterclass in integrity. This is more than just a tribute. This is the story of a man who stood tall not because of the empire he commanded, but because of the values he instilled. Today, we don't just remember a life. We celebrate a legacy. The legacy of Ratan Tata. It was the 28th of December, 1937, when a child was born in Bombay, a city then under British rule. His name, Ratan Tata. Born to Naval Tata and Sunni Commissariat, Ratan's early years were marked by both privilege and pain. When he was just 10 years old, his parents parted ways, and his world was forever changed. Ratan was then adopted by his grandmother, Navabai Tata, through the J.N. Petit Parsi orphanage. And though he was born into wealth, his life was far from easy. He grew up with the weight of expectations on his shoulders, but he carried them with a quiet dignity. He studied at Campion School, Cathedral and John Connon School, and later at the Bishop Cotton School in Shimla. But the real turning point in his education was his time at Riverdale Country School in New York, and later at Cornell University and Harvard Business School. But even as he traveled the world, his heart remained tethered to India, to his family's legacy, a legacy he would not only uphold, but redefine. In 1991, a monumental decision was made. J.R.D. Tata, the legendary leader, stepped down as chairman of Tata Sons, and with one stroke of fate, he handed the mantle to Ratan Tata. It was a decision that would shape the future of not just one company, but of an entire nation. But with great power came even greater challenges. Many within the empire doubted him. The old guard resisted change, entrenched in their ways. They underestimated his strength, his vision. But Ratan Tata was no ordinary man. He didn't just inherit a name. He inherited a mission. And that mission? To transform Tata Sons from an Indian conglomerate into a global powerhouse. Under his leadership, revenues grew by more than 40 times. Profits multiplied over 50 times. He streamlined over 100 companies into a unified, synergized whole. And he did it all with one guiding principle: integrity. For him, success wasn't measured by profit margins alone, but by how you achieved it, and achieve it he did. He wasn't just building cars, he was building dreams. When Tata Motors launched the Tata Nano in 2008, it wasn't just a car, it was an idea. An idea that greatness could be within reach of the common man, a promise to India, a promise to the world, that innovation could serve everyone, not just the elite. The Nano wasn't just a business decision, it was a moral one. Ratan Tata believed that business had a responsibility, not just to shareholders, but to society, and he delivered on that responsibility every single day. But his true greatness lay not in the boardroom, but in his heart. For Ratan Tata, wealth wasn't an end, it was a means to help those in need. He didn't just invest in businesses. He invested in humanity. Through the Tata Trusts, he poured millions into education, healthcare, and rural development, not just in India, but across the world. A $28 million scholarship fund for Indian students at Cornell, a $50 million donation to Harvard Business School, and a $35 million gift to Carnegie Mellon University to research cognitive systems and autonomous vehicles. These weren't just donations. They were investments in the future of humanity. He didn't seek glory. He sought impact. And through his philanthropic work, he touched more lives than we can count. His heart beat for the people, the students, the villagers, the innovators, the dreamers. And he gave them the wings to soar. And yet, for all his brilliance, for all his achievements, Ratan Tata remained a humble man. A man who, despite coming close to marriage 4 times, chose a path of solitude, dedicating his life to his family, his company, and his country. In his humility, in his grace, he showed us all what true greatness looks like. Not in the loud clamor of accolades, but in the quiet dignity of service. For Ratan Tata, it was never about standing in the spotlight. It was about creating the light for others to stand in. His solitude was not loneliness, but a testament to his dedication. He chose to walk alone so that millions could walk with hope. What does it mean to leave a legacy? Is it in the wealth we amass? The buildings that bear our name? No. A true legacy is built on the values we leave behind, the principles we uphold, the impact we have on the lives of others. Ratan Tata's legacy is not just written in the annals of corporate history. It's etched in the hearts of those he touched, those he inspired, and those he empowered. From the smallest village to the largest boardroom, his presence was felt. His legacy is not a name on a building, but the hope in a child's eyes, the dream in an entrepreneur's heart, the inspiration in every innovator pushing boundaries for a better tomorrow. "Power and wealth are not my main stakes," he once said. In a world driven by material gain, Ratan Tata stood apart. He redefined what it meant to be successful. His compass was always set to integrity, his path always guided by what was right, not what was easy. He didn't believe in taking the right decisions. He believed in making them right. That is the hallmark of a true leader. Not the ability to wield power, but the strength to do so with wisdom, patience, and compassion. He questioned the unquestioned, encouraged new ideas, and opened doors for those who dared to dream differently. He taught us all that true leadership is not about command, but about serving. And now, as the sun sets on a life that changed the course of history, we say farewell. But is it really goodbye? Can we truly bid farewell to a man whose spirit remains so deeply intertwined with our world? Can we forget the integrity he embodied, the dreams he ignited, the hope he gave? No, Ratan Tata lives on, not in the past, but in the future. In every entrepreneur, in every student, in every innovator who dares to dream bigger, to reach higher, to give more. His body may rest, but his legacy soars. Ratan Tata has not left us. He has merely passed the torch to all of us, to continue the work, to carry the flame, to keep the dream alive. And so we honor him, not with sorrow, but with gratitude. We remember not the loss, but the gift of a life well lived, a legacy well earned. For in the end, it is not death that defines us, but the light we leave behind. And Ratan Tata's light, it will burn forever,